Well, welcome back. Welcome back to Unfiltered Unspoken. Well, today we have a little twist in the game. We're actually going to talk about because we know that a lot of folks go through traumas, rebuilding themselves, or finding ways to protect themselves, or even a crisis of the unknown. So, we're going to bring Areatha Williams to the floor to talk to you a little bit more about credit repair, DNA testing, and also self defense techniques. She is with Demsel. I might have said it wrong. I apologize. Stunna Check, which goes over defense measures. So she's going to tell us a little bit about that. So we're going to keep it going. Welcome to Unfiltered Unspoken.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. We in the background, so if you could just tell us a little bit about yourself and to give the audience what we doing today.
Okay, so my name's Aretha Williams. I am the CEO and president of Integrity Investigative Support Services, LLC. And we do a few things within that business. That business offers um, mobile fingerprinting. We do process service. Not only do we do that, we do DNA testing, which is the main thing that we mainly do and we focus on. My second business that I do part time is with Damsel in Defense. What we do with that, we equip, empower, and educate women, trying to teach them how to stay safe. And the name on that, my name for Damsel is called Stunner Chick because we also sell self-defense products, stun guns, and so forth. And the third, last but not least, is financial literacy. I'm a financial literacy consultant, and we work on credit repair, credit building, credit monitoring. We're also adding a few other things. We have will and trust. We're adding other things as far as business funding, business credit, personal credit, and so on.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. So it sounds like you are a one-stop shop in
Yes.
some aspects. So I do want to ask, in regards to what you're doing
Mhm.
in both lanes,
Mhm.
what was, the origin of that idea? How did you come to the conclusion that that's the industry that you want to be in? That's where you will thrive in.
Okay, so with the first business that I have, the Integrity Investigative Support Service, I've been an investigator, um, contract investigator for the government for 15 years. And I used to work as a paralegal too. So a lot of things that we do um, during COVID 2020, I decided to start this business because I just put everything together that I had um, already had knowledge about. I put it all into one business, like process service, and because I used to serve for attorneys that I used to work with, mobile fingerprinting. We used to do that in personnel security, the background checks, the pre-employment screening, everything, including the DNA test. I was doing DNA tests for attorneys in family law. So everything that I was doing, I just put it into one business. Um, I always tell people that everything that I do is pertaining to protection. So that's the first thing, the first um, business. The second is the self defense. The what we do with empowering, equip, and educate women how to stay safe. That's another part of protection. And thirdly is the credit building. Um, for someone that has been in the business that I've been in, at one point, life happens. So it happened to me. My credit was not that good at one point because I was handling a lot, dealing with some family issues with my dad and taking care of my father, and I just fell behind. So I already knew how to restore credit, but with what I started doing was researching things, how to figure out how to do it all without being tedious, like every little detail. So that's when I got with UCES, and they're the ones that offer everything under this platform.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful. So
Excuse me.
let's get into the DNA test because we want to wrap also how this connects with traumas and what the mission of the Good Fight and Unfiltered Unspoken is doing. For the DNA test piece, you have a couple outlets that connects that you can show folks that
Mhm.
um, relate to as some of the paternity frauds and the trauma project that you have. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes. So I started doing DNA testing because I had a personal situation where um, the young lady decided to pin uh, a child on this guy. Not only that, she knew that this child did not belong to him. And she said, "Oh, well, guess what? Your name was on a birth certificate. I'm going to make you pay for child support." Because during that time, they had that law that if your name was on that birth certificate, that you had to be responsible for paying for that child until the age of 18. Fortunately, the year prior to that, they changed the law. So he didn't have to pay. But most states make you pay for a child that does not belong to you. And it's like rape. You know, a lot of these men, they're taking on these responsibilities. And unfortunately, they're stuck to pay the, you know, the child support. Mainly what I tell people, this is what I say all the time when it comes to DNA. I'm an advocate for that. I always say don't bless the mess, don't try to guess, undo the stress, and request the DNA test. That's what I always tell men. And we're trying to fight now to get laws changed to actually get babies tested upon birth because they spend billions of dollars in the child support industry. So we're working on that with the Women Against Paternity Fraud. I do advocate for them as well because they're based out of Bakersville, California, and they work hard trying to get these laws changed and passed. It's another guy by the name of Cornell Smith. It happened to him. He went to the legislative office to fight all of this. Lastly, but not least, we have the Innocence Project. Um, I'm one of those people that donate to them because they do DNA testing for criminal cases. Like, say, for instance, if someone is innocent and they've been serving all of this time, I started following them. Um, I don't know if you've seen that. Um, it was on one of the Netflix, I think, and it was called When They See Us. Have you ever seen that? Okay. You seen it?
Yeah, that's about the Central Park Five, right?
Yes.
Okay.
That made me start following them, giving to them. I sometimes I share different guys that come out or females that come out that's been incarcerated for 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, and they come home, they have to get themselves acclimated back to society. Not only that, they've been through so many traumas while they're away in prison. So that's one of the things that I advocate for. I, you know, help out with, I send them donations from time to time. And that's something that I'm really, I really, really put forth the effort with assisting.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now,
Mhm.
with the, I guess like your mobile processing business and things like that,
Mhm.
outside of, paternity testing and things like that,
Mhm.
what is another one of your, I guess, highly requested services or utilized services, that you've been able to kind of see a pattern of, or that you feel like would
Mhm.
be useful to our viewers?
So a lot of times individuals that have small businesses, because we're a small business, we don't branch out to big, huge businesses. But I do contract with a few nonprofit organizations. So when they need someone to do a background check on individuals that they're hiring, we do background checks. I also do skip tracing, which is searching. If, say, for instance, if you're trying to find someone, we help with trying to find a person. For instance, some years ago, a guy was a friend of my dad's. He was 90 something years old. He was from Philly, and he said, I want to find my sister. I haven't talked to my sister in over 30 years. And they got mad over something dealing with money. They didn't speak for years. And he said, I want to find my sister. At that point, that's when I said, you know what? I already knew how to do it. I just added it on as a second, something else with the business. I couldn't charge him. He was 90 some years old. So, we do searches. Again, we do process service. So when someone's trying to find someone and they need to be served, we do those too. We do mystery shopping for small companies or small Joe Blow businesses. We do reports to them to let them know the services, customer service within their small business, let them know how they can improve and so forth. We were doing field inspections, but I think we're going to stop doing those because it's just not worth it to me, for real.
Awesome. Like
And
you
mobile
really doing a lot.
fingerprinting.
Mobile fingerprinting.
Yeah, mobile
Now, is
fingerprinting.
that like, say for instance, if you have to get fingerprinted for state licensing and stuff like that, do you cover that type of
Mhm.
service?
Yeah, we do the mobile fingerprinting, which is the ink fingerprinting. We don't have live scan yet.
Okay.
Hopefully in the near future we will, but right now we don't have that.
Okay.
Have y'all do people look for criminals that way? I want to when you're doing like are people investigating? Are there other tactics that they use the fingerprinting for?
No, the fingerprints that I use are mainly for people that come in and they say, "Oh, I need fingerprinting for a nursing position or CNA," or, something like that. We don't do like criminal. Mm-mm.
Okay, because is that inputted in a database or is that just personally for the company?
It's personal. It's a personal thing. Now with live scan, it goes into a database,
Okay, okay,
but we don't do that yet.
okay,
We don't have the machine for that yet.
okay.
Now, with the credit repair, which is, significantly important,
Mhm,
um, for anybody, any of our viewers, trying to rebuild, restructure,
mhm,
or even, try to build something that was never there,
mhm.
whatever the case may be. Um, what type of services do you offer in regards to your credit repair service?
So with the credit repair service, what we do, at one time I was helping individuals do their credit. So with that, it's a little bit more tedious doing it that way. But the company that we're with now, United Credit Educational Service, we have this protection plan. It's all under that one plan. So it shows you how to monitor your credit. It shows you how to pay on certain debt to build your credit. It gives you credit building, credit monitoring. We do a free credit analysis to, tell you where you can start. We also have a credit card that you can use to build your credit. Everything is right there. It's more of a one-stop shop there. We have wills and trusts. We have the Rocket Lawyer. Anything that you want to have is right there under that one umbrella. So that's something separate from integrity. That's UCES actually.
Okay, and that's pretty good. So we want to bring awareness because a lot of relationship folks do go
Hmm.
through financial abuse, and
Hmm.
through the financial abuse piece of it, a lot of credit is destroyed. So it's good to
Exactly.
bring transparency to how folks can repair
Hmm.
their credit, build their credit, but not only that, you have wills and trusts that y'all could take them through different measures that I think
Hmm.
everyone should have that there's a lot of lack of education on that. So
Hmm.
hear about a tool that gives so many pieces to what we need is, it's really important.
Hmm. Yeah, they show you how to build your credit. Everything is right there. Um, they give you the letters. The attorneys work with you to work on anything that you have on your credit, they help you with the whole process. So it's not like you have to figure it out. It's there for you. And that's why I chose that, because it's just less work on our end. And with the attorneys, they know what they're doing. They know what to write. They know how to go against these collection agencies and so forth.
Okay. And what's the cost for that? I mean, so the audience can see, because we're gonna leave your contact information too, so that folks, if they have
Mhm.
questions, that they're able to contact you.
So it's 80, we have a it's $89 a month. And it all depends on how long you want to work on your credit. Now, some people stay on it 3 months, some people stay on it 6 months. We can't tell you how to stay on it, but once you're on it, it will show you exactly what you need to do, how to pay certain, according to your debt to ratio. It shows you everything there. Everything is there for you to see and to learn. Actually, I meant to say.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
great. That's awesome. I might have to do that myself,
Yeah.
to be honest. But
Yeah, that's what got me into it, because I wanted to build my credit up a little bit. I'm
Mhm.
with the type of job that I have, credit is very, very important. But again, life happens. So when I came across that platform, I realized that this is something, everything in one place. I can't get it any better than that. So I decided to join the protection plan. And once I joined the protection plan, I liked what they were offering. And I went on and just joined as an agent. So, you know, I already have the experience doing credit. So this was much easier process.
Absolutely. Now, in regards to the will and trust sector of what you do,
Mhm, mhm,
um, I kind of just want to. Some people, I guess, think for one, it might be expensive, or I don't
mhm.
have nothing really to leave to nobody. So, what do you kind of advise in that regard? Do you feel like everybody should have, a will and trust, or is there a minimum amount of things that might cause you to need it? Where you at with that?
So this is included, it's no additional fee. So if you're building your credit, I suggest to people to do this as well. It is, you don't have to spend extra money to do the will and trust. Now, it's going to take a minute, because you're going to have to fill out everything, if you have some money in the bank or whatever the case may be, whatever you decide to leave, it takes a minute to fill out that form. But you don't have to go out and spend like $1,000 to an attorney to do it for you when it's already there. So you can start on it, stop, start on it, stop, start on it, stop. And this is another reason why I chose, I really like this, is because in 2018, 2019, we were in probate court. My family was in probate court. That was the most stressful part of my life. It was the most stressful part of my life, because when you're dealing with someone that has passed and they left something to you, it's a terrible thing when you're dealing with family. And when they don't leave a will or trust, or they don't leave anything for you, you have to deal with such situations that will allow you to not ever speak to an individual ever again over money. So we always, my and this is something that I'm very adamant about, do their will and trust. Make sure, I don't care if you have $100, we'll fight over that $100. So,
No, it's real. It's. I think all of us, or most of us, have seen that in the family, how what they think they're entitled to, even though
exactly.
someone left something for an individual, it gets hostile. It's
Exactly.
almost like they about to kill each other. So
Exactly. And it's just sad.
yeah.
Everything that I've done, I've pretty much everything that I'm doing here, I have been actually um what you call it, I have witnessed or have dealt with that. I've
Mhm.
dealt with credit. I've dealt with that probate court, DNA testing. I dealt with someone very personal to me with that. That's what made me really get into the DNA testing. All of the other things, I'm firsthand with a lot of things. So That's why I chose these three different businesses, the credit repair and the damp. So I do that part-time. Integrity, I do that pretty much full-time, but I've gone back to work full-time. So I'm doing all three on a part-time basis, really.
Mm.
So,
Okay.
but I was doing it full-time last year. Yeah.
So I want to chime in too, because you got so much going on. So we just
Yeah.
we gotta try to hit everything, right? So we have Stunner Chick too through Damsel, right?
Yes.
So can you tell us a little bit about Stunner Chick, because it's a lot of informative information that goes under Stunner Chick, and
Mhm.
for those that have been through the domestic situations, and I know you just said women, but I've come to one of your things. Men can use the protection as well as just women.
Mhm.
So can you tell us a little bit about the products that you have,
Mhm.
and I know a lot of them are made to fit the law, right? So
Mhm. 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 So what we do, I am a junior mentor for Damsel in Defense. So this is a company that I work for part time. We do situation awareness to women or men. We teach you how to be safe, what to do, what not to do in certain situations. This is one of my babies that I love. I really love doing um, the equip, empower, and educate. The money, the proceeds that we do make, it goes to sexual trafficking. So with that being said, they have different housing for different women. Like one, I think is in Cambodia. They have different areas where they house women that's been abused. So they put that money into helping these individuals, getting them out of those situations and so forth. So that's one of the reasons why I really got into that. I got into this in 2016, and I've been doing it part-time, but that's one of the reasons why I got into it, because I saw what they do with the money that they make. So we teach these seminars, we do the situational awareness, um, we work with different individuals. We've been trying to push senior citizens. We go to different senior citizen buildings to try to teach them what and what not to do. We sell products, and the products, most of the products are a lifetime warranty. So what we sell you, according to what you can get from a flea market or something like that, is different. We have it's a lifetime warranty on it. So if you use our products, say for instance, if you have to use them against an attacker, like the pepper spray or the stun gun, we will replace it at no cost. We just have to have a police report. Yeah,
That's
so
nice. I
I
like
don't leave
that. I
home
like that.
without it. I don't leave
Mm,
home without it. I don't have a carry license for a gun because I'm scared to have a carry. I know I'll use it. So I don't want I just keep the stun gun with me, and the pepper spray. We have other devices too that you can use to ward off an attacker.
Now, my issue would also might be other issues.
Mhm.
I don't necessarily like carrying things, a bag, a purse. If I can carry as less stuff on me as I can, you know what I mean. So how
Mhm.
do you have? What kind of products do you have that might just be able to stay on your person? It doesn't necessarily have to go in a bag.
Yeah, we have I don't have it right here with me, but we have a arm candy. It's called an arm candy.
Okay.
And it goes on your arm during the months of October, November, December, January, and February. I'm a hermit during the winter months, but during the holidays, I carry it like faithfully, my stun gun and everything, and you put it on your arm. It's a cute little. You can see it on my website. They offer it on the website, but you can put it on your arm. You can put your pepper spray on there. You can put your stun gun on there. You can put what we call a socket to me slim on there. You can put anything, all the devices that we have. We have a little alarm. You can put that on there. So for someone that don't like to carry purses or bags or something, it goes right on your arm. And we tell you to keep it on your arm because if an attacker comes, you don't want to be trying to go in your purse to get it. You don't want to
Right.
try to say, "Oh, I got to get this, dig this." No, you want that right there on your arm, ready to go. If you have to use it, you can use it. So we have the pepper spray. It stays on you for I think it's 7 days.
Ooh.
So if you have to go to, I mean, if an assailant comes up against you and that person is apprehended, then it'll show on their skin. It'll show. So we have the stun guns. It's power. It's very powerful. The stun guns that we have, and it's just this is one of my other babies. I love it. I love it. The Demetria came to one of my sip and
Yeah.
Sams that I had, and the sip stands for just sipping a little bit, eating a little bit, and just Sam stands for situational awareness movement. So we're trying to get it out there as much as possible to teach everyone how to stay safe, how to be, um, just watch out for your surroundings.
Mm-hmm.
We're distracted a lot through the cell phones, pretty much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I got that little poker thing, and that thing it don't look like it, but it's you put it on your key ring said,
Mhm.
and your house keys, and it's like this
Mhm.
long, and it got a little pointy end, and if somebody
Mhm.
poke you with that thing like a sailing, and you hit them, they going clutch.
Yeah,
Trust
it's called
me.
socket to me slim. It's
Yeah, yeah.
called socket to me slim. So it hits the nerves in their arm or their leg or wherever you get them. If you get them in the eye, wherever you need to get them off of you, whatever it takes.
Mm-hmm.
See, I
Yeah.
hate carrying stuff. I'm horrible with that.
Yeah,
Always
Yeah.
been.
you won't like this little tool. You put it right on your key ring.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's long. So I mean, this is very good for those, especially those that are going through domestic situations, or
Mhm.
maybe you have a stalker and scared to use guns, right? Or
Mhm.
you don't carry, or you don't want a possession, but to protect yourself, because a lot of us don't want to use forceful weapons to harm someone. So these
Mhm.
are tools that you can use to defend yourself. And like she said, the pepper spray stays on for 7 days. So you may go into a store and get regular pepper spray. You're gonna spray them, but it's not gonna
Mhm.
leave that. It leaves a color
The
too, right?
residue. It's a color
Yeah,
and a residue.
and a
So if
red.
you yeah, so if you have a regular, because I always bought pepper spray. And it's been times that I have a pepper spray for like 3 months and I go to use it and it goes like it doesn't spray. So you don't have it ain't like you can just take it back and be like, oh, I can't use. You're spending $5 on this pepper spray. That's what you're gonna get, $5 pepper spray. You're not gonna get nothing out of it because it's not gonna work. It'll work for a few minutes, but after a few months, it's not gonna work.
And does any part of that business help with or assist with like actual self defense as far as like hand to hand or in person confrontation?
We have this thing called Warrior Workshop. We haven't been doing that in a while because of COVID. Um, I am really an advocate about staying away from people because, like not having it close distance. So we do have a warrior workshop where you can teach women how to stay safe, techniques we can use. I also partner with his name is Mr. Anthony Bell. I used to work with him at the hospital center years ago, and he's a retired Metropolitan Police officer. So we do this together and he teach women. He gives you these different techniques to use, what to do in certain situations. And the reason I reached out to him because he has a lot of years of experience with this. So I just give that part to him. And if he can't be there, I can still do the warrior workshop and all. But a lot of times women listen to men better than they will other women. So that's what we do as a team.
Yeah, because he was really good because he actually talks about the domestic situations and some of the domestic situations that
Mhm.
he's had to respond to. So, I hope everyone's listening because domestic violence is real and protecting yourself is important. So,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, and if you know anyone in the area that needs that, any apartment complex, any company business or anything like that, if you want to get your girlfriends together to earn free products, we do that. We come to you and we'll show you, we try to make it fun too. Yeah.
That's great. That is excellent. Um, Let me see. I think we done touched on every credit repair, self defense. Okay. And back to integrity. Was there anything else about integrity that you wanted us to know, or that we did miss upon? Because I know even though we have three separate businesses, you do a lot within each
Mhm.
business. So was there anything that we did not touch on that you do offer?
Actually, no. The integrity business, I started that, and I actually have a few people. I started it with intention on having individuals to work with me as contractors, but I started back working on a contract that I was working before they called us back to work. So I said, okay, I'll just do this myself for right now. Hopefully, in the near future, I will have employees. That's my goal. But right now, mm-mm. No. I love what I do. Everything is under protection. I love everything that I do.
So can folks, because I want the audience to know, can folks contact you to, I don't know if they have to go through the company or if they can directly contact you
Mhm.
if um if they're looking for someone or they need the specifics or the DNA fraud and they feel as though something is fraudulent
Mhm.
or the men coming out because you also mentioned the what is it, the
Innocence
innocent
Project.
trauma project for the men.
Mhm.
um
So with Innocent Project,
mhm,
I'm only an advocate for them.
okay.
So I'm always advocating for people, but with them, if you, it didn't affect me the same way until I did see that the Netflix what you call it
When they see us.
when they see us.
Hmm.
I actually boohooed, like, I that thing, it did me. I couldn't believe it was horrible, and you can
A lot
attest
of
to
people
that.
can watch it. A lot of people can get through it.
Yeah, a lot of people couldn't get through, but I watched it and I cried like a baby, like, I mean, ugly cry, and the reason being is because I have 2 sons. So, with that, I forgot his name, Wise, I think his name is Wise, that was the one that was going through the most abuse. He's the one that started the Innocent Project, within that area. So, if you ever get a chance, have some time to read up on the Innocence Project. These pro bono attorneys, they deserve everything that they get because they help these people come back into society and give them a new chance at life.
And can you tell the audience which business piece that is under for you? The
So
D.
that's pretty much under the DNA testing,
Mhm.
because the DNA testing, they have to test these individuals when they come out, like, say, because back then a lot of times they didn't have DNA testing back then. So, like, a lot of people now that's coming home, it's only because of DNA testing. So, we do the DNA testing, the paternity testing for men. We also have kits that we sell to individuals. We have a skin analysis. We have a GPS origin. We have a healthy weight. We sell those kits too. The healthy weight is to help you with eating the right foods and so forth. Some people have allergies. Um, my son was one of them. They had allergies growing up, and I don't know if anyone else know about it, but they would have to put all these things in your back. That was devastating. They have a thing now that you can actually just get swabbed, and they can tell you exactly what it is that you have allergies to. So we sell the kits too. Not only that, we have infidelity testing too. We have
How that work?
Can you tell us a little bit more about that? See, that's why you have, what else we
Yeah.
missing, right?
So I have to push that a little bit more because I'm gonna be honest, I haven't really been pushing it, but the infidelity testing, we give you you have to do that yourself, but we show you what to do and how to do, and we send it out to the lab. Well, you send it out to the lab, we'll tell you. I don't want to get into further details on the show because, you know, um, for
Well, this
personal
is
reasons.
unfiltered, unspoken, so you can
Yeah, so pretty much if for instance, if you suspecting someone is your significant other, and you be like, let me get his underwear, let me do this, let me do that, let me send it off to the lab. They'll tell you, yeah, this is this, you know, you have to go through a certain type of testing, and they'll tell you if that's yours or if it's someone else's.
woo. So all
Hmm.
you cheating
I was gonna
people,
say if y'all trying to get them grounds for divorces.
Yep.
yeah.
So the
Yeah.
reason I pretty much with the DNA testing, I had a situation before when I was working with attorneys, and they one of the attorneys that I was working for were asking me, look, did you know how to do the DNA test? And I was like, I don't know. Let me research it. Now this was years ago. I said, let me research it. Let me see what I can do. And I got um I was able to get a contract with them. And I got the contract in Montgomery County Child Support Division. And what we would do the paternity testing for the individuals that came in. And I also, like I said, I worked with several attorneys. The crazy part is with women, I don't understand some women. I guess some just don't know, and it's understandable. We all are human. But I had a young lady that came in and she refused to do the DNA test. And I said, you can't refuse this because this is court ordered. So make your bed and lay in it. It doesn't matter. It's going to get done. Well, to make a long story short, of course, it wasn't his. So I never followed up to see what happened after that. But
But it
it's
sounds
just,
like she knew that
she
then.
knew because she was getting benefits from him. And I'm always the type of person, I look at certain features in a person. That's just me because growing up I was always about family, always around family. I paid attention. I was around older people, and I would hear certain things like, that ain't his child. He know that. I would hear these things, but I always look at a person, some of their features. And I'm like, then you had Maury Povich and you had paternity court. So, yeah, so I actually partner with the company that they partner with. So the DNA testing that I do is the same.
DNA diagnostics. I
Yep.
watch them clips all day. Like it's here.
So
It
she
is
telling
rent
you how
free.
legit they are.
Yep, they legit. They are legit.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And
I
and
love it.
and to tie into that, because a lot of men or women, they go through abuse uh, on the prey of the child, right?
Hmm.
There's a control thing, or someone uses the child as control, or
Hmm.
so that's a big piece, and this is really good informative information on that aspect of it. And
Mhm.
even the cheating piece, because no one likes to be cheated on. And there are some people, there are repeated cheaters, right?
Mhm.
So, Lord knows, I might if I get in if I think somebody doing something, I might gotta reach out to you.
For fun. Let's see how it works. See how it works.
Right?
No,
Yeah,
just
But
a
you
little
have
bit.
cheat us.
we
You
have a lot of
cheat
stuff
us.
out here. We have a lot of stuff out here, and I'm like I gotta push it. I haven't been pushing like I should,
Mhm.
but I gotta push it. I really have to push, what we offer.
Yeah,
And
absolutely. Yeah, because
yeah.
I didn't even know some of this stuff even existed until you
Mhm.
just mentioned it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mhm. And you
yeah.
know what? Another abuse, when someone lies to a child, a mother lies to a child and say, this is your dad, and they've been thinking this person is their dad for years. That's mental abuse.
Hmm.
It's emotional abuse because you just and to the men too, it's emotional abuse. And a lot of men are like, I feel raped. I
Hmm.
feel raped. You took something from me that you didn't have to take. So, I I'm a really I'm an advocate for that. I really am. So,
And I
hopefully
say,
we'll get it together.
I was gonna say, and I said, I know a lot of our folks is, wary about DNA and where it's gonna end up. Y'all
Mhm.
see this beautiful black woman here handling
Mhm.
y'all DNA. So if y'all got to
Mhm.
do it,
Mhm.
please use Miss Aretha. She's here for y'all. Don't
Yep.
be scared. If you got to get it done, get it done. I know we worry about, we have
Mhm.
historical dealings as to why, we don't like our DNA everywhere and where it might end up. But
Mhm.
this lady right here, one of us in your face with a service
Mhm.
that's for you. So if y'all got to do it, y'all come through Miss Aretha.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
your DNA is anywhere. You just heard her. She
We
could
can
take
do
it
it
right out your
any
drawers. So you gotta
Exactly.
be careful.
we can do it
Exactly.
anywhere. We can go, we're collectors, we'll go collect your DNA, we'll go swab you. Any state, most states I have a few collectors in different states. So if you know someone in certain states, I have collectors there that can do the swabbing for you and send it off. And we are our pricing is not as much as, we have competitive rates, just put it like that.
Okay,
I
good.
don't try to knock someone in the head. That's just, my prices are our prices are our prices, and I try to go as low as possible.
Hmm. Well, to my next husband, if I ever think you cheating on me, I'm going to leave. But I'm going right here.
Call,
I'm getting you
look,
back.
call me.
I'm a call. Look. I got your number. Excuse me. I got these drawers. I need to send to you. I'm
Yeah,
gonna put them in a Ziploc bag. And
yep,
Uh-huh.
yep. You can't put it in the Ziploc though. You can't put it because you'll destroy the DNA if you put it
oh,
in the
where
Ziploc.
they
You
going
gotta
in the
put it in
What?
a
Ziploc bag?
regular bag.
I'm a hang them on a
Yeah,
hanging.
Jesus.
you gotta put
You
them on a
heard that?
regular.
Don't put them in a Ziploc bag.
No,
You
no, that's
gonna
gonna
ruin
destroy the. Yep, you're gonna destroy the evidence. But
You
yeah,
see how
we
they be
offer a lot
lying
of
to us
stuff.
on TV?
We incriminating people.
Look,
They just
everything
be
you see on
lying.
CNI, what is it? See, what is it? What is it?
CIA
CSI,
or
everything you see yeah, don't believe everything you see on that.
They be lying. Yeah,
they
they
be lying to
bagging and
you.
tagging evidence all the
Yeah,
time. Uh-uh.
They
yeah.
said don't get no ideas over there. We about to get everybody right.
Hmm. I'm just suggesting it to everybody. Look, I'm like, don't even be trying to question it. Just go ahead and call Rita,
Yeah.
please, please,
Yeah, we're looking for collectors
please.
too. If you want to do it, if you want to do collections, we're looking for people in the area. You have to kind of solicit your own business, but I train you for it and show you what to do. And we go through a training. We're looking for people, but I'm very funny about who I use because of my background. I'm not going to just use anybody. So we do need collectors as well, but we have them in I think it's like 13 states, I
Yeah.
believe.
So if you need a job, she
I was
just
about to
told
say,
you
look, she
if you
offering
need a
y'all
job.
jobs too. Look.
Mhm.
Look, if you need a job and you like scientific stuff and you're really into it because she just said she's picky, guess what? There's another job out here for you.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Now I don't get your customers for you,
Yeah,
but
you
if
know.
yeah, if you get your own customers, or sometimes if I do have a customer, I will call, and say, look, I can't do the collection. I'll send it to you, send it your way. But like I said, I haven't been pushing it like I did before because I've been kind of busy, really busy. And but I'm trying to get it out there. And I thank you all so much for allowing me the opportunity to get this out there on your show.
Oh
Absolutely,
yeah, that's
absolutely. This
valuable.
this actually, I was like, how we tweet, but this is actually perfect because
Mhm,
it deals with those domestic pieces of it. It deals with the
mhm,
connection, the trauma pieces, the protection. It
mhm,
deals. Our mission fits your mission, so
mhm.
that's the beautiful thing about it.
Yep. I tell people I'm in the protection business. Everything I do is protecting you. So that's what I do, and there's these three different businesses that I do now. The integrity is my own baby. Damsel is a company that I'm with, and so is UCES.
Okay.
Is a company that I'm with. So I'm a junior mentor with Damsel, and I'm a financial literacy consultant with um, which what we call is which my name of the business is Keys for Protection. So that's under everything under the financial literacy consultant.
Okay. So, really quick, we're going to give the audience, thank you for coming on here. Can you give the audience advice on a really quick a touch, I guess, to the defense piece of it, and I guess, what you think, the will piece, the credit piece, well, all of them are. Can you give one each advice? All three of them. We're not even going to separate it. Can you just give advice really quick on one of each advice of why they should, or personally from you,
Mhm.
why folks should reach out and use these measures for credit, DNA, and defense?
Okay, so the first one, which is the DNA, um, like I said, we have several different DNA testing to do. It's very important to know who you are and whose you are. Now, I have a cousin that was a minister. He used to he is still a minister, but he used to always say, "You need to know who you are to know whose you are." I could never understand what he meant by that, but as I got older, I understand. It's very important to know who you are and where you come from. So the DNA testing is very, very important. It's very, people should know. And I want to push that even more. As far as the damsel in defense, which is stun a chick. Um, I tell people all the time, don't leave home without it. Have something. Have something to because this sex trafficking, it's no joke. People are missing every day. The statistics are getting higher and higher every day. So that's why I tell people, even if you don't buy from me, just buy from someone, but make sure the products that you get is worth having. Now, as far as the financial literacy, everyone life happens, things happen. Credit you in order to have in order to work on your credit or have good credit, you have to work on it. Everyone goes through certain things in life. What we offer is so simple. So I said all of this to say everything that I'm pushing is everything that I've pretty much gone through. The credit building, the will and trust, like I was telling you all before. Um, we went through probate court. If we could have put what we went through in probate court in a movie, we would have been $1 million. We would have been able to have $1 million in our pockets right now because it was unbelievable. So, it's very important to have that, just that added protection, that added um just sense of I can't think
A
of the word,
comfort,
but you know what I mean.
sense of security.
Yeah, sense of security.
Hmm.
Just, it was ridiculous. I know my mom, she was in her 80s. She's 84 now. She went through so much. She was like, I can't believe this is happening. And of course, I'm gonna get upset because that's my mom. And it was so stressful. My mother suffered from a stroke. And and it was her mother's house. She was fighting. I mean, I don't want to get into detail, but it was ridiculous. And I said, will and trust, do it. Just do it. It's very important, especially when you have kids, when you're married. It, I don't know. I don't. And also, I went through this with my dad when he passed in 2020. I went through stuff. I'm giving away things. I'm being nice, and I still had to go through some stuff. And I'm like, this is crazy, And I sometimes it's almost like saying, don't leave anything.
Mm-hmm.
know,
Yeah.
it's almost like saying, don't leave anything, because if you leave and stuff, you got these people going crazy. They have this sense of entitlement, and it's not even worth the stress,
Mm-hmm.
you know? Yeah. Yep. But in the near future, as of tonight, we're going to know exactly. We're going to have business funding. So we're going to be, that's something new. They had convention this weekend. They're offering business funding. So for people that's starting their business, we're doing that. They're offering also business credit and building, personal credit and building. And I'm anxious. I'm so anxious about that because I see so many people putting it on Facebook. I'm not one of those people that put a lot of stuff out there, and be like, oh, well, I do credit repair. I charge you $500 to sit in my class. I'm not doing that. I
Mm-hmm.
like to deal with people on a personal level.
Yep.
So, yeah. So tonight they're going to be having all of that out, and it's going to be more things that you can get under this platform.
Awesome. So we like to take this time to do what we call shameless plug.
Okay.
So everything should be scrolling underneath you, but just reiterate where anyone can contact you for any area of business, or if you have things coming up that you want us to know about, got anything for sale, projects, anything you just need to put on blast, now
Okay.
is the time.
Okay. Now, if in the probably for the month of April, I may have for my testing. I'm thinking about doing a discount, so I'll let you all know. Um, every now and then I give away certain tests. I'm not gonna say exactly when, but every now and then I may give away a test, like a GPS origin test, or the test that we have. So, just stay tuned on my Facebook pages.
Okay. Once you do, let us know so we can run it.
Okay. Okay. Now I'm just not the best at this. I'm learning this. I'm older. I'm learning the whole process of Instagram, and I know how to use Facebook, but I'm just not a good marketing person. I'm learning though. Yeah.
Right, and is they can go to the all the websites down below in regards to your businesses here. So
Mm-hmm.
the Damsel Pro is going to be for all your security protection items.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sorry, I forgot the acronym for I believe that's their credit repair, but you can let the
Mm-hmm.
viewers
Now that
know where to go.
Now that will be it's gonna be I'm gonna be building my website for that to link it to the UCES,
Mm-hmm.
because the name of it will be Keys for Protection. So everything that we have in it and under that platform is protecting you in certain ways.
Okay.
So I have not I have not done that yet. Hopefully within the next week I'll have it. So it would be Keys for Protection.
Okay.
Okay.
So I already have it. I just haven't built the um, web page.
Okay.
Mhm.
Well, it was an honor. Thank you for coming on Unfiltered,
Thank
Unspoken,
you.
and you gave some very informative information. So we really, really, really appreciate that.
Thank you.
My pleasure. So I want to thank everyone for tuning in to Unfiltered Unspoken. Again, we're going to keep bringing it to you. We brought a lot of informative information on credit repair, even trust and wills, to the DNA piece of it. Oh gosh. So if you have a second doubts, hey, we got a lady right here that can help you right on out. Please contact. And also the biggest piece of it is the self-defense piece of it, damsel defense. The proceeds do go to supporting sex trafficking in multiple different areas. Sex trafficking is real. Please do not ignore it. As you heard, there are a lot of people being abducted daily by the
Mhm.
load. So let's really pay attention to your surroundings. I know the cell phones have taken place on a lot of things, but you have to bring awareness. You have to be cautious, especially protecting our youth, our kids, because as you know, the younger they are, that's what people target. So make sure we're looking at our surroundings. If you need any defense tools, please reach out. Stunna, check. You've seen her information. Miss Williams has shared a lot of informative stuff today. So if you need to contact her and you couldn't get her here, contact The Good Fight. You can contact me. You can contact Sid. We will definitely show her information. So I hope you got something from this today. I surely did. I learned a lot of new things, especially for you cheaters. But I'm not gonna go there.
Oh yeah, that goose is cooked. You understand? That goose is
You know
cooked.
I had to do it right. But thank you for tuning in to Unfiltered Unspoken. And we're going to continue delivering messages. We're going to continue to give out information. And we appreciate you. You have a blessed day.
Thank you.
My
And
pleasure. Thank
thanks
you.
for having me.
Oh, absolutely. Y'all have a blessed day and pay attention to your surroundings when you're out, and put that phone down and get yourself
Exactly.
tools.
Exactly.
That little thing that stick you, oh gosh, I bet you'll send her a run. Thank you for tuning in to Unfiltered Unspoken. We'll see you soon.
Okay.